Nobody anticipated it. One picture shows Lee Junho kindly assisting Yoona into a car outside a small jazz bar in Gangnam. Even though they had previously been spotted together, there was something unique about that particular evening. It was as though the world was aware that a change was imminent. And it did. Because Junho broke his silence in a way that nobody anticipated just hours later. His words moved a nation, not just his admirers. This narrative is more deeper than anyone could have ever guessed, so watch this film through to the finish. Junho posted a movie without warning and without PR filters, just his face in front of a camera, no music or effects. He appeared worn out, solemn yet composed, and he murmured, "Tonight, I can't stay silent anymore," in a voice that was almost audible above a whisper. This has nothing to do with image or hearsay. The truth is at issue. I should have mentioned that a long time ago. Then, for what seemed like an eternity, he stopped. At last, the words "I love her" were spoken. Furthermore, it didn't begin yesterday. Every social media corner was rocked by that straightforward, sincere admission. Fans suddenly started resurrecting old memories, interview glances, variety, show smiles, and brief silences that had previously seemed inconsequential. It was no longer a fantasy. It was authentic. For a long time, that had been true. However, Junho's remarks were just the start. It became evident why they had kept their love so secret after what transpired. Yoona shared a handwritten note on her official fan cafe later that evening. Although her handwriting was shaky on the paper, her message was strong. "I never asked to be hidden," she wrote. "Living like a ghost in someone else's shadow was never something I desired. On set, I didn't fall in love with a man. The man who silently waited for me won my heart. When the world advised him not to, he stood by me." Then came the statement. "That made all the difference. I didn't want you to know that I was ill, so I kept it a secret." Yoona disclosed that 2 years ago, at the height of her career, she received a diagnosis of a rare autoimmune illness. She had dealt with it in private, never seeking pity. But at every step, hospital stays, restless nights, and terrifying moments, Junho had been there. He kept quiet to keep himself safe. To preserve her tranquility, he said nothing. However, their tale was far from over. They stood together at a press appearance 3 days later. Not a drama, not a light, only them. "I didn't come here to talk about my career," replied Junho, bowing deeply. "I came here to support the woman I care about." Then Yoona came up and said, "I'm pregnant," while placing her palm on her stomach. The room went cold. Her subsequent statement, however, revived it. "This baby wasn't planned. It's not an error, though. It's a miracle." They had spent so much time in silence. They were stronger than ever as they stood hand in hand in reality. Years of secret terror, public pressure, and illness had not destroyed their love. Now, they were prepared to live openly. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if this tale moved you as much as it did us. Junho and Yoona have just served as a reminder of what true love looks like. And this is just the start.